What is the worst thing in the world you can get called? Now, for a lot of people, it's one of the casual ones, a bitch, a loser, you're pathetic, ones like that. But for me and my family, one of the worst things you can call me is a goober. Everyone calls everyone a bitch. People call you loser, it might cut, but to be called a goober, that cuts deeper than any knife ever could. So just know that whenever I call someone a goober, I mean it. It's not something I just toss around willy-nilly. And boy howdy, let me tell you, today I found one of the grandmasters of gooberism. There's not a ton of information out about this video, but I thought it would still be fun to show you because it is just a masterclass in how to be a bumbling idiot. So we hop in here with not only one, but two goobers. And remember, I'm using goober with a capital G and a hard R, okay? These guys are actual lunatics, and you're about to see why. They're looking like Pee Wee Herman about to wheel over to his house and drop some acid and start talking to his couch. So I'm going to spoil a little bit here for you. They are breaking into this salon to, get this, commit arson. They are going to set the place ablaze. Now, I can't imagine what kind of cut they gave this man, but to not only commit arson, but to potentially get caught committing arson and go to jail for a very long time over a bad haircut, they must have done this guy so dirty. I can't even imagine. And not only that, this isn't like its own building. This has got to be part of like a complex of some sort. There's probably people or a living space above them. These guys are potentially going to commit a heinous crime of arson, which was going to turn into murder of some kind, more than likely, if there's apartments above it, for a bad haircut. That is like the definition of goober. These guys are fucking psychopaths. These guys are unhinged. So the reason I spoiled it for you is because I wanted you to know, just based off what these guys are driving up on, that they're pulling up on the block with, obviously a jerry can in one hand and, having to steer the bicycle on the other. Obviously, these guys are professional criminals. And surely nothing is going to happen here. Nothing wrong, right? Something goes wrong. Did you catch what happened? Did you see it? Let's go to the instant replay button. That's the replay sounds. I'll give you a hint. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. This guy is getting drenched in gasoline. This guy is so hyper-focused on trying to get as much damage potential out as he can. He is not paying attention to anything that's happening around him. He is getting absolutely soaked in gasoline. And here we have it. This is the point where I thought this guy is a certified goober, because he notices. This guy notices that he is covered in gasoline from head to toe. He just splashed it all over himself, and he notices. Now, I'll spoil it again for you. What you think is about to happen is going to happen. But I can kind of maybe forgive it if he got caught up in the moment, right? His adrenaline's rushing. He's committing a crime that, is probably the most exciting thing that's ever happened in his life. He is burning up a salon because they probably gave him a bad cut. Now, if you're in your right mind and you know that you are about to set the place ablaze, and you notice that the thing that is going to catch this place on fire is all over you, what would you do in this situation? I feel like Dora asking the audience, what would you do in this situation? Go outside and just don't look back and try again another day, and then maybe hopefully turn yourself into a psych ward. Wow, that's what I would have done too. What's that? Oh, you're not a normal person in your right mind? What would you do? Light it up anyways. What could go wrong? The cut to the outside camera is killing me because the lack of audio is so funny. And we get to see this guy just skedaddle out of there. Hold on, let's go to another instant replay. So he sets we're going frame by frame here. So he sets the thing on fire. This is the next frame. He is ablaze, right? Mission accomplished, right? Everyone pat yourselves on the back. Hey, we committed a crime that could definitely not only hurt the lives of many just with their job, but also the lives of everyone around. You know, hey, pat yourself on the back. You did it. You are a certified monstrous psychopath goober. Let's go to the next frame. Okay, he's running away. He figured out, hey, job's done. There he is. He's looking like Evel Knievel coming out of the coming out of the fire, right? I mean, he looks super badass. He looks like Romain Grosjean after that crash where he just stands up and walks out of the fire, but instead of having nothing but aura, it's just the lack of aura because you just see him go just skedaddle out of there. So going back to frame by frame, here we see him start to panic. He's like, oh shit, I'm on fire. I mean, hey, mission accomplished. Look, if someone's hard work is going up in flames, you know, hey, I mean, hey, good job. Job well done, guys. No problem. And you just see him start to panic, go, stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll, baby. Stop, drop, and roll. And the lack of audio is so funny. Meanwhile, the fire that he tried so hard, risked his life to start, almost instantly gets distinguished because I imagine either lack of oxygen or fire deterring systems. And unfortunately, the fire that was on him lasted just as long as the fire inside because, once you know it, they just get back on their bikes and skedaddle away. Now, I don't want to give these goobers too much praise, but this did happen back in July in Australia, and it is currently October, and they have not been caught. So as much as I want to say these guys are just absolute morons, and they are, don't get me wrong, they are. Not only did they not accomplish their mission of, you know, burning down the business because the flames got extinguished, but also the guy himself was on fire longer than the building was. So I was actually curious and looked up a little bit just to see if there was any more information on if they caught the guy, if they had any leads or anything like that, and it doesn't really seem like they have any idea who it could have been. But I did see that there was about $30,000 worth of damage, which could have been a whole lot worse. Obviously, that's detrimental to any business. Now, I've called these guys a lot of names, but obviously I don't think there's enough names because while I did say that there was a building upstairs, I thought there might be, after looking into it, there is a 24-hour gym right upstairs, right above the salon. And you know what was in that gym? About 20 children. Yeah. No, look, I don't know why 20 children were in a 24-hour gym at 11:40 p.m., but, you know, on a Saturday, but there were. But apparently that is legit. According to this article that I'm reading, apparently there were 20 children plus a couple of adults right upstairs. Right upstairs. If this thing caught, you would have seen a monumental tragedy. These guys are not. Look, I've been calling them a lot of like goofy names, you know, a goober, an idiot, a knucklehead McSpazatron. Those are kind of goofy, but I mean this one. They are psychopaths. They are people that need to be caught. These guys are dangerous. But, you know, luckily for everyone involved, the damage was relatively minimal. No one actually ended up getting hurt except for the goddamn idiot that ended up lighting his stomach on fire. Hopefully it's a 3rd-degree burn, it gets infected and he dies. Like I said it. And I know I shouldn't like actually wish death on anyone, but you gotta think, this guy was willing to potentially murder a lot of people in a fiery, gruesome way. Because he didn't get lined up correctly, I guess. Again, we don't know the motive. But not only him, but his goober friend as well. Just an absolute cacophony of psychopath and idiot energy combining together to make a doofus sandwich. Once again, I just saw this on Reddit and I thought it was fun. I thought it was goofy. Luckily, no one actually got seriously injured or hurt, so I thought it would be worth talking about. And hopefully they catch this guy before he does anything else like this. So that's it. That's it for me. If you like what you saw, hit like and subscribe, all that stuff. And if you didn't, hey, give me a kiss and I'll never see you again. Is that all right? Bye. I asked for consent this time.